Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm just sitting here in my robe drinking my morning coffee looking sexy as hell as usual. And for those of you who say I don't look sexy as hell when I do these videos in my robe, nobody cares what you think. I didn't ask you shit. And also, I already know, given the title and the topic of this video, that Mr. Lyle McDonald is going to watch this video. He'll probably want to comment about my robe being unprofessional in the bottom. Let me give you a peck bounce, Lyle. Look at that form. Alright guys, so let's talk about this article that came out discussing these Norwegian weightlifters. Now, because the style of training being advocated here matches very much perfectly in line with my recommendations and the sort of training I happen to do for meet prep, I'm going to be biased towards it. So what I want to do is step back and try not to let my personal bias cloud my judgment on this one. Because to be perfectly honest, and I'll link the article down below for you guys, to be perfectly honest, this really isn't a very well done experiment. I do like it because it is being done on very advanced lifters, competitive power lifters, no novice bullshit, because I'm sorry guys, it is almost impossible to not make a novice gain huge slabs of muscle all over their body and get strong as fuck in 6 months. You have to be pretty much an idiot to write a program that can't do this for a novice lifter. And the reason 3/4 of novice lifters fail to make those gains is because the people writing their programs are fucking morons. Anyone with average intelligence and an average understanding, even a below average understanding of training and biomechanics, should write a program to just make you big and strong as fuck in your first 6 months. And by average intelligence, I mean stuff like, well, maybe a body part split isn't ideal for someone not on 3 grams of fucking gear and who has less than 5 years of training experience. See, that's average intelligence. So we really don't need to be researching this bullshit. But that aside, if we look at this research, it's interesting. It is interesting from the fact that we do see that when volume is kept consistent, meaning when frequency goes up, you cut volume per day so that total weekly volume stays the same. We saw in these experienced powerlifters, the ones who were bench pressing and squatting 6 days a week, gained more strength than did those doing 3 times a week, and they gained more muscle mass. The deadlift, they didn't. Increasing frequency on the deadlift didn't. And if you guys watched my video yesterday, I kind of covered the problems with recovery on deadlifts. It makes a lot of sense. And it does match with what I say, what a lot of people are saying for more advanced lifters. But this study has very serious limitations. We don't have enough material available on it. I can't see anywhere anything but an abstract. So it's really hard to draw conclusions based upon such a small sample group without knowing the full details of how they trained and what happened. This data could very well be extremely flawed. And because maybe the person who set up the program has the same bias as I do, they might have biased variables in the direction of giving the desired results towards what they really wanted it to say. And that's something you always have to be aware of with research, guys. It's just the nature of research, and those are things you got to look at. And I honestly think that without us being able to see what both groups really did, and without a much larger sample size to work with, I don't think it's really fair to draw conclusions from this, because again, the people who ran the studies could very well have desired that result and biased it accordingly because they believe the same things I do regarding training. So I wouldn't try to draw massive sweeping conclusions from it. And then when we go back to what other people are asking, just like you guys always ask, well, how do I incorporate this into your novice program? If you touch my fucking novice program and you tell people you're running my novice program, I'm going to rip your testicles off. Stop fucking changing my program. And if you do, then go write your own goddamn program. Now, that being said, you show me conclusive data or even promising data anywhere in the world that a novice lifter, someone with less than a year of training experience, or anyone who squats less than about 350 pounds as a male, less than about 185 as a female, who benefits or gets a better squat or more muscle mass from squatting more than 3 times a week, and then we'll discuss changing my novice program. I have as of yet to see any evidence, either scientific or anecdotal, that shows novice lifters seeing improvement squatting more than 3 times a week or pressing more than 3 times a week. So don't try to draw extrapolations done on advanced competitive powerlifters and apply them to the novice. Alright guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.